Liquid especially, everyone was talking about the high expectations for them, the owner saying, you know, sky's the limit for the team this year, and they're not looking good. And a lot of these guys have got to step it up because they're not expected to be bottom tier teams.
It's very clear that the odds are stacked here against Team Liquid, so we'll have to see how they fare once we get in the game.
If Liquid were looking to bounce back in the standings now, they'll have to hand Cloud9 their first loss.
Yeah.
Cloud9 looking to keep that #1 spot alive. Cloud9 not being brought to 3 games in a match too many times, but this will be the 3rd time they have, but they will still look to the Nexus. They will still look to find the win. They will stay undefeated in the NALCS, and they will take down Team Liquid.
Despite losing their match yesterday against Cloud9, Team Liquid looked to be much improved. Nexus turrets now under pressure, and after a rough first half of the game, IMT has their 2-0.
Nick departed from TL, and there was like up in the air that we're gonna get a new manager, but personally I had no clue who it was gonna be.
What are your thoughts, moments before?
We'll see how people react. I think Piglet is expecting someone completely not me, and I think he is gonna be excited to see that it's me. But we'll see the other guys, what they think.
This better be like a beast manager for all the...
Yeah, I'm really confused. What's going on here? It was like, everyone be upstairs at 7 o'clock. We're announcing our new manager. I'm like, what?
I know who it is.
Why is
Is it LeBron James?
Oh, it is LeBron James.
Oh,
Why is this like such a big deal? What's going on? Like, is fucking Leonardo DiCaprio coming in here? Like,
are you nervous?
Yeah, I think a little, but it's all good. I'm ready.
new manager alert.
So here's your new team manager, Michael Artris.
Even when I stepped into the room, they were like, no, this can't be right. They just thought I was like trolling. Like, hey guys, I'm the manager. No, you're not, but it really was.
그냥 마이클이 할 줄 몰랐었는데 마이클이 매니저가 됐다는 말을 듣고 그냥 장난치나 놀리나 이런 생각했어요.
I kept trolling, and every time anyone walked through the scrim door or the kitchen area, I just claimed that was a new manager, and coincidentally, I guess one of the times I was right because I did say Michael was the new manager.
David jokingly guessed, he was like, are you the new manager? And I had to play it off as like, I have no idea who the manager is.
So thinking back, if I can recall, I think I met Michael almost right when I got here, I think because he recorded me when I landed in LA in the airport, and he was in the back seat, and I was like, wait, there's a video guy following me around, what is this? And I was just like really naive back then, and I wasn't used to like the new environment, so yeah, that's like the first experience I had with him.
So I wanted it to be a surprise. We've been working on it for a little while, and we went through a lot of different options. What's best for the team? How can we get somebody that really knows you guys and really knows what you guys need and has the organizational skills? We're super excited. It's not a temporary thing. He is a full-time, 100% going to be the team manager for League. So give him a warm welcome.
The only thing I wanted to say is ultimately it's my job to make your jobs easier. So I will be working very closely with all of you guys, provide the most support that I can for you guys, as well as take care of like any kind of facility problems. So make sure to come to me.
Awesome.
I think Piglet was pretty relieved. He voiced concern before anybody was ever announced that he wasn't sure if he was willing to be open to like somebody new coming in, and he seemed very relieved. I think he was happy.
그냥 마이클이랑 이렇게 사이가 나빴던 것도 아니고 그리고 저도 마이클을 좋아하고 해서 많이 그냥 매니저로서도 지금 좀 잘하고 있는 것 같아요.
Michael is, I think, going to be someone that I can talk to more personally. He's really open and he gives, I think, really good advice. I already talked to him like one time about just like personal issues, and it went pretty well for me.
they don't have anybody to like really express themselves to. Like sometimes they get down on themselves for playing poorly, or sometimes like, you know, real life things happen and they can't really have somebody to go to get advice because their teammates are also dealing with that, or, you know, like they're just like, they're young, right? I think being able to give them like kind of a voice of reason, being the person to help them put trust into and like alleviate any of that stress, I think has been really rewarding.
It's your first day as a team manager at the LCS. How are you feeling?
The team has had some struggles this week, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously Dig did well the day before, so it's not looking like 100%, but I think we'll do fine. Now I understand why they don't like the cameras. No, I'm just kidding.
Our first match of the day in the Battle Theater is between Team Dignitas and Team Liquid. Dignitas, they were tied for 10th place, but they've actually since won their last 2 matchups in 2-0 sweeps, so they are on a bit of a win streak here. Both these teams sit at 8th and 9th place in the bottom of the standings, so a win here is crucial for Liquid to stop their slide, but also for Dignitas to continue their climb. And ladies and gentlemen, after 3 games, Dignitas is going to find their victory over Liquid 31 minutes in. This is week 5 of the LCS, so we're about at that halfway point, cresting over the middle. Do you have the standings you need for playoffs? And this has been our story that we're talking about so far, but it's really important to highlight, because if you're not going to playoffs, you're either going to relegations or you're going to sit home.
Team Liquid versus CLG. In an effort to climb out of their current standings, both teams have been vocal about how they're switching focus towards tapping into their players' strengths versus playing to counter their opponent. CLG are just tearing the base to pieces now.
Yep, Nexus turret number 2 won't last too long.
And CLG taking over Team Liquid.
After our 0-2 week for CLG and Dig, I was really down on myself because I tried really hard to step up as a leader role because no one was taking that role on our team. And I guess everyone kind of assumed like Rainover would, but I think it was harder for him to adjust to that. So yeah, I did like 80% of our shot calling that week on stage, and I made sure everyone was like in a good mood. Honestly, we had like really hard fought games, so it was really frustrating for me to just, like try so hard and not get results because I felt like I tried even harder than I did like prior weeks.
I don't think are a 10th place team at all. We should be 5-5 in my opinion. The Cloud9 game, it was a 2-1 series that we lost. The FlyQuest one was another 2-1 that we lost. The Dignitas one was a 2-1 that we lost.
Since we're losing a lot of 2-1 series, it just comes down to the fact that we can't close out sets, and that's just, it was just really hard for me in terms of us not being able to just get even 1 win that week because the effort I thought I put in just seemed to not be enough.
You're losing. It sucks. It's bad. We've never been here before. We're all in this together, right? We've never lost as much as we have at the beginning of the season. There's 2 choices we can make. Either one, we roll over and die and just accept our fate, or we actually do everything we possibly can to change direction.
Steve, being the guy he is, like he was very adamant about having this meeting to change the roster for the better because 2-8, last place, that's like not what we expected at all.
So the idea has been that we're gonna have Piglet try playing mid, and we don't know if this is going to work, right? We have no idea. We're hoping, we're evaluating, and part of this is because of the meta. It's very utility-based AD carry meta, and it's very hard to have a lot of gold allocation on the AD carry actually result in wins in games.
Me and Sane talked about it throughout the season, and Steve also talked about it, and with the results being where they are now, we felt like we needed a change between all 3 of us.
한 4일 전부터 데이비드가 너 잘하면 미드 할 수 있다 이래가지고 그냥 그때부터 그냥 내가 미드 할 수 있겠구나 생각을 해서 미드 하는 사람들 좀 보고 저도 솔로큐에서 미드를 많이 했었으니까 좋아했고 그리고 원래 미드 라이너였고 해서 그 말을 들었을 때 딱히 뭐 불안하다거나 그런 거 없었어요. 왜냐하면 그냥 미드가 1대1 라인이고 해서 더 쉬울 것 같아서 뭐 할 수 있으면 한번 해보자 이 생각했었어요.
So if we move Piglet mid, we try that, and then we look for another AD carry. Now, in terms of finding an AD carry, this is tough because we have to use a non-import. Any of those options, we need to figure out and like test them and see what's going to work. We may quickly go, this isn't going to work, this is a bad idea. Okay, fine, it's a bad idea, we move on, right? But we have to list out all these options and go through them together and then make the best decision. And once we make that decision, whether it happens in 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, we all live and die by that decision. We made it together, so that's what we're going to run with until the end of the split. Good, bad, or ugly. We need everyone's help to make sure that we make the best decision possible. And that means we need the best out of everyone. This has to be a priority. We got to turn the ship around. We have the ability of dictating the future of this team. Absolutely, 100%. I swear we can. But we have to have a positive attitude. We've got to do this together.
At first, I think any person would have a lot of concerns because changing up rosters is really scary in mid-season, especially when, to me, I thought we were really close to like just going over that hurdle and actually being a good team. The org within itself wanted just a change, and I can respect that because we're not winning.
Obviously, anytime you make mid-season changes where a lot of the rosters are locked up and a lot of the talent is already signed on different orgs, it's really hard to pick someone from free agency or solo queue.
Oh wait, for AD carry, are we looking for anyone?
Yes.
Bring out Cutie Pie.
That's an option right there.
I reached out to Cutie Pie and asked him.
Hey, Cutie Pie, no.
No, please, no.
He said
think I low.
Double it.
That sounds like a lot of money.
Double it's not a possibility. I've tried. Grayson, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I did play a pretty good Ashe in solo queue.
So, Grayson, would you be open to testing it out and seeing?
Yeah, I'll try it. See how it goes.
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
And then Matt, what are your thoughts on testing?
I mean, that would be a lot to learn, but yeah.
I can play
And I play AD carry.
I can play.
Like Sam plays AD, I can play AD.
No, Sam stay top.
No, Sam stay top.
No, Sam stay top. No. No, Sam stay top.
Stay top.
No, Sam stay top.
Oh, dude. Maybe I could
Top's a
play
little bit more
If I'm playing Tans, I could play Sam.
Oh my god.
No,
I
Sam
know.
stay top. No.
I'm not playing Poppy, I'm so good.
Your adversity through these next 2 weeks is what's going to change the season around. Try as hard as you possibly can during scrims. Take them seriously as if they are LCS games. That will help you guys change this around. 2-8 is not good. We need to change it. So just stay positive, stay determined, and things will look up from there.
We're not sure if it's going to work, right? We're trying things to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to turn things around. Maybe this will work. If it doesn't, we're going to continue to probably play how we were playing before, but at least we're trying. I think that they believe that the changes we're making are going to be beneficial.
We have a week off, or all the LCS teams do, due to IEM. We're trying a couple different iterations of the team with, Piglet mid and random ADCs, and we're also doing scrims with our original roster with Golden Glue mid and Piglet ADC. The guys are scrimming some of the LCS teams with the tryouts right now. The scrims have had kind of mixed results, some good, some bad, as we have new people coming in and kind of gelling with the team, but it looks not bad so far.
I can look for
Ziggs up here. You guys help?
Well, to be honest, it was like something tentative at the time. Like when it was told to me, I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. I thought like they're bringing in AD carries that haven't played AD carry, or they'd be doing some interesting things. But as they started to scrim, it was just basically it clicked really well with Piglet, and he was having, I think just when Piglet's having, like he's one of the best players I've ever met, and when he's having fun, he like really shines.
네, 제가 그냥 미드하면서 저도 그냥 더 재밌고, 왜냐면 원딜을 했을 때는 솔직히 배울 점도 없고 해서 많이 그랬다면은 미드를 하면서 좀 배우는 것도 있고 또 이제 팀원들도 더 재밌어 하는 것 같아서 저도 네, 미드가 더 재밌는 것 같아요.
The thing he said like 3 or 4 times to different people were when he played AD, enemy health bars did not drop. But when he plays mid, he can see significantly people's health bars dropping. He really likes to fight. He's a really hypey player. That's more of his style. He's a fighter, he's a skirmisher.
It's really surprising actually, but his mechanics are excellent. But the only thing that he has trouble with is like lane matchups, but that's just because he hasn't played that. And it's like invigorated him to like play better, to learn this new knowledge. He's actually watching LCK, which I have never seen him watch LCK. He watches LCK to see like how the other mid laners do, which is very interesting to me.
그리고 근데 제가 미드라이너로 바꾸는 거는 저한테 엄청 큰 도전이고 제 커리어가 우선 제가 미드라이너를 했을 때 제 커리어가 없어지는 거기 때문에 그런 거에서는 약간 걱정이 있지만 그래도 잘하고 있는 것 같아서 더 열심히 하고 있고 네. 재밌어요.
Coffee too. Exactly.
Don't give a fuck. Grayson will be like, wait, give me every single ID for
Yeah, so we had 4 or 5 AD carries that we actually tried out in scrims, and we had a list of like 10 or 11 that were all from solo queue or a free agent, and then the person we actually decided on was Youngbin.
When Liquid first contacted me for me to try out as AD carry, like even though I was a mid main for UC Irvine team, I have an experience of playing AD carry as a competitive player, so I was confident enough that like I could like at least give it a shot. Being in the LCS was my dream since I like even started playing League of Legends. So I thought this is going to be my like the last chance, and like I was gonna try like the last time.
Might have known they hit W.
On the leash? Oh yeah.
Fuck this.
I'm ready.
This stuff is oh, this is kind of healed. There we go.
Piglet!
Let's go!
This is the comp! I'm telling you, Youngbin was
Oh, he saw it!
I told you.
I need to see the lane, dude. I mean, he's not like the savior of the 80 carry role, but it looks like it.
Youngbin.
I mean, his cogs are really good, and his might be.
The one thing is, Piglet will help Youngbin more than he will help other ADs because they're really close.
Yeah, that's really important as well.
Dude, the lobby, they asked, is your AD carry double lift?
What?
그리고 또 제가 영빈이랑 좀 친분이 있는 만큼 제가 좀 더 잘 알려주고 그러면 또 영빈이가 저를 인정하기 때문에 잘하는 걸 그래서 또 제가 또 알려주면 얘가 더 말을 잘 들을 거고 제가 좀 더 잘 알려줄 수도 있고.
I'm a really good friend with Piglet, so I was really enjoying the time that I was playing tryouts, and I was basically just hanging out with the team in the scrims.
Piglet, what do you think of Youngbin as ADC?
I mean, when I watch his play, like, oh my eyes,
amazing.
Like my eyes like broken. I can see like.
Because it's so good.
No, just bad, like just bad. So like my eyes broken when I watch his play.
How did you guys become friends in the first place?
I think I offered him food. Because like here we couldn't eat like Korean food, right? And my mom lived there, and then I knew that like Koreans like miss Korean food still. So like one day I was like, yo, do you wanna eat this? And and then we started like eating together. And like, I'm not really sure.
Why do you think he gives you so much shit all the time?
Because he's shit personality. He's shit person.
See, he shit to me. 사실 그렇게 지금 했을 때 그게 뭐 기대를 안 했는데 좀 잘하더라고요. 그래서
I think he's really excited to be here, and he's like obviously excited to work with Piglet, who's his friend, and I can see him working extremely hard to become better and better.
사운드가 없으면 우리 지금 무반주에서
As I said, we did have a week off, and one team that's kind of feeling the pressure and the heat of the standings right now is Team Liquid. We saw all these roster moves. Piglet now to mid and Youngbin in an AD carry.
They made some changes,
They did make
but I don't necessarily know if it's what people expected.
Yep.
And it's also do or die for Team Liquid, really. They've worked super hard during these last 2 weeks, and they're just
Really
trying
buckling down.
not to fail.
We have played already once. We kind of get clapped.
Hopefully Team Liquid gets in better form, so it won't be as easy this time. I think Rainover's performance was definitely not as good as he was expected to do. People overestimated how good his teammates are. I think now they're seeing that they probably should have kept me.
Oh boy, it's rough. Piglet gonna get hooked up as well. Dardoch taking turrets, and the Nexus now exposed. Immortals with a huge advantage. Snowball the game completely in their favor, and they'll take down Team Liquid here in the first one. This is gonna be rough for Team Liquid no matter how you slice it. I like the attitude from Team Liquid. I think a lot of teams that do adopt that are successful, but it needs to, show sooner rather than later, because unfortunately for Team Liquid, we're 6 weeks into the split, not 2. Team Liquid, they're going to need a lot here to try and push themselves to a third game, but I think they've set themselves up nicely here to do so.
I mean, Piglet's faster.
Going.
I go Grims.
Guys.
Nice, guys. Good fucking job, man.
So ballsy from Dardoch. I think that was just straight up bad.
Piglet again looking for another
ward.
Finds Dardoch, charms good! And Piglet going to get his way over. Needed a charge, no, didn't even need it.
And no flash Graves, no
Just
flash
careful.
Nano. 7
Nice. I have W2.
I play W2. Yep. Clean up Sam.
I go Grims.
Guys.
Going.
I got Metro. I
I go 8, 6,
There's no
5, 4.
Nice, guys. Good fucking job, man.
That is so big for TL.
Nexus Turret 1 is down, the second's going to go down here as well, and Team Liquid with a decisive Game 2 win are going to push this series to a third.
Huge comeback for Team Liquid.
Everything just felt like it clicked a little more. Piglet's feeling more comfortable, Rainover's much sharper. It just felt like Immortals looked a little lost. Liquid, no, they have a long road ahead of them, but they have to take it one game at a time, and that's where they are now in Game 3. He's going to try and find Cody Son of Pobelta, but Dardoch
they're turning with the
Nice, going over.
I got Ranger peeled. Ranger.
Nice. Oh my fucking god! Let's go! Bam.
4-0 team fight wipe.
Oh, Piglet came up so big there for TL. They have bust this game wide open.
We're in the third game of IMTTL. I think we have a small advantage right now. Rainover's ahead, so I feel pretty confident about our game. I think our late game is good, and our team fighting is good, so we should pull out a W.
And Immortals,
We can win this. I'm going W.
Piglet goes legendary, and this is going to be a win for Team Liquid. Rainover. Team Liquid win 2-1 versus Immortals.
12-1-8 on the Casio for Piglet. Oh my god, I mean, he just had such a good performance.
A final question here for you, Piglet. Who's the better mid laner, Faker or you?
Thank you, Zyrene. There you have it. A new era has begun. Clearly, we have a new Faker.
Here we go, yeah.
I feel so good right now. So relieved. Because I had that feeling inside my mind that saying it's like, oh, it's my first game of first match of the LCS, like I have to do something, or and yeah, we won.
Awesome. 야 역순이 북정 발견해 이제.
아니네, 이모털스네.
이게 괜히 좋아했잖아.
Loki, don't say anything. Go Charlie.
I was just telling you about how I almost died yesterday on my hike. We were walking down the hill slow, so it was really sandy and slippery, and I slipped. So then I had two choices: either run all the way down and try to just use that forward momentum to keep going, or just fall on my ass and then have the chance of rolling off the mountain and dying. So I ran all the way down it, and my girlfriend was just sitting there watching me in complete horror that I was about to die. But it was one of those no, yes moments. It looked pretty cool afterwards.
The biggest thing I want you guys to note for today is, I know a lot of us, including me, are talking about if we win today, we're tied for 7th, compared to being tied for 9th, which is very different. I want you guys to get in the mindset of we have to win, but we're going to win. I have absolute trust in you guys that we are going to win today, Even if we lose game 1, even if we're down 10K gold, we're going to win. And I know that we'll have the execution for it on stage. Let's set the stage, guys.
Our first match today in the Battle Theater is coming right up, and it is a showdown between Echo Fox and Team Liquid. The big story for Liquid continues to be the swap of their AD carry Piglet over to the mid lane. So wins are going to mean a lot for these guys, getting themselves closer to playoffs and further from relegations. The Rengar ultimate comes out, the arrow comes through and works its way onto Youngbin. Looper into the backline, they've got the kill onto the AD carry already. Rainover is going to be caught out next. Piglet will be number 3, and things are coming out great for Echo Fox. Froggen looking to make the damage happen there. The chain CC comes out, and he is going to be going down. Lorlo issues the Hex Tech ultimatum, but immediately forced to retreat. Ignity's going to be spit right back out, exhausted, but it will not matter. Matt's going to be dropping, Youngbin's going to be dropping, and Echo Fox is popping off. That's game 1 going their way. They'll take a 1-0 lead in this series.
Everyone says like, oh, this is where we turn our season around. This is actually where we fucking turn our season around. If we win these next 2 games, we are definitely still in this. We can still make playoffs. Like, keep the energy high. Don't lose energy. Keep your heads up. We still can win this. 1, 2, 3, Liquid!
They definitely need to switch something up a little bit here in game number 2, but Looper cannot be allowed to do that again if Liquid wants to find a win. Gate gonna be issuing that Hex Tech ultimatum. Looper off to the side, having to get himself away from those curtain call shots. Gate's gonna be isolated. 5 Team Liquid members stand between him and any hope of escape. But now Echo Fox is looking to turn things right back around if they can. Looper is just massive and maniacal. A double kill for Piglet, looking to make it even more. Lorlo sitting on top of Froggen. If he can get this kill, it'll be massive. That's a nice, pretty golden bird, but it ain't gonna be too pretty for too long.
We cannot hear. I keep team guys, wait for my TP, wait for my TP. Don't die here, don't die here. 3 seconds, we kill them all. I'm TP now, TP now. Wait for me. I'm coming out, I'm coming out. We can go. I'm shooting in Graves. Go.
I block it.
Go Nivea.
Go into Nivea.
It's not gonna be mattering to anything, Zyrene. We are going to game number 3. What a comeback from Team Liquid. They were behind the entirety of that game, but they held on, they punished mistakes, they punished over-aggression, they punished greed, and their reward was the victory.
Like, destiny is in your fucking hands, all right? Go out there. I know that you right now, you're not feeling the best. You guys have the rest of the team. Pump Youngbin up, pump Matt up, pump everybody up. Be for each other right now, okay? Put it in. Liquid on 3. 1, 2, 3, play!
We're on to Summoner's Rift for the final match of this best-of-3 series, the decider of everything. Liquid's winning through that one, but now the fight's gonna be breaking out. Froggen gonna be bursting down, still being kept alive somehow. Redemption still gonna be healing him up. The arrow comes through, Matt's gonna be in trouble. Youngbin falls first, Matt's gonna be going down second, making Piglet third, making Rainover fourth, making Lorlo fifth. That's your clean ace, ladies and gentlemen. Echo Fox looking to make this a quick game 3. Yep, out of the GA, last kill goes over to Froggen. That's gonna be the game. That's all she wrote. Echo Fox, a very convincing game number 3 win. Team Liquid is gonna have to improve some things because we talked about how it would be really cool to see the whole 2-0 week starting off for Piglet on his first week as mid lane. And although he had some impressive games, especially that last one, was one where he's demonstrated he's definitely got things to work on.
You learn a lot from your losses. You learn what happened there in that mid lane. So now he's going to look at that matchup, know a little bit more about it, and that's what they're talking about is their success, their improvement is really what they're looking for here on TL.
I kind of saw it coming with how things were going. I was thinking like, something's got to change. So then after it started to sink in, like, holy shit, like this is actually happening. It's a pretty depressing feeling, to be honest. Because I don't really blame anyone but myself for it. I mean, I'm kind of still in the phase of figuring out what I'm going to do. I've got some options that I'm thinking about, and one I'm leaning towards is going to Korea to practice, because that's the only time I felt really confident playing. So I'm thinking about doing that on my own. I know I can be that player to be consistent and beat people in LCS. I think my foundation is what I need to basically revamp, and I think going to Korea could do that.